Welcome back. It's Relationships at Work, your leadership guide to building workplace connections and avoiding blind spots. I, as ever, am your host, Russel communications leadership expert, a couple of decades of experience in both those areas, and a whole heap of curiosity on how we can make the workplace a better place. If you're a leader trying to understand and improve your impact on work culture and the employee experience, aren't we all? You're in the right place. It is a mini episode. These are quick, under 10 minutes-ish, valuable bits of information that can help our mindsets for the weeks ahead. Maybe they're reminders, maybe things we didn't even think about. But regardless, they're here to help. What we're focusing on today, we have to bake curiosity right into our leadership. Is curiosity baked into your organization, into your leadership philosophy, into your leadership development? Is it present in every decision, initiative, program, learning opportunity? A friend recently told me about an exodus of great people that were leaving her organization. And when leadership was asked about it, you know what their response was? It's just the nature of our business. People come and go. It's all part of growth and transformation. Really? How do you know that? What makes you so sure? I don't know. I think the truth is that they probably don't actually have any understanding of why people are leaving. They're making assumptions that justify their deeper cultural issues that they're not ready or willing to face yet. That right there is where curiosity could have made all the difference. Instead of brushing it off, they could have asked questions like, who is exactly leaving? What impact do they have on the organization? Why are they leaving? What are they going to do next? Could we have done anything to retain them? What role did leadership play in their decision to leave? What feedback did they give while they were still here that could have been a canary in a coal mine to why they left? So many questions not asked. These aren't difficult questions either. They just require the courage to ask them. So how do you know when curiosity isn't prioritized in an organization? Some examples are like when a manager shuts down ideas, saying things like, "That's not how we do things here," or "We don't have time to entertain that." Or another example could be when teams hold back some creative solutions because in the past they've seen failures be punished rather than learned from. Or when someone suggests a new tool or method and it's immediately dismissed with, "We've always done it this way," or "It is what it is," my personal favorite. When curiosity isn't welcome, innovation slows, engagement drops, and people leave, just like the example I started with. Not because of the job, but because of the culture that you're perpetuating. But when curiosity is the default, that's when things change. That's when we see innovation, creative problem solving, adaptability, better decisions, stronger collaboration, real engagement. Last week, we talked about encouraging curiosity from our teams to challenge us as leaders. This week, it's about flipping that. We need to model curiosity through our actions, not just our words. So a few ways that leaders can create a culture of curiosity are starting with asking questions instead of not just giving answers. Let's challenge assumptions and maybe invite a little discussion. We can also celebrate questions. We can reward employees who bring insightful or difficult questions forward, even when the answers aren't obvious. We could use what if and how might we ... questions. It helps frame conversations. How about onboard with curiosity? We can include sessions that invite new hires to ask why and challenge the status quo. I can't tell you how much I love having fresh eyes on long-standing problems because they'll ask questions that we're just not asking ourselves because we're too close to it within the organization. We could simplify access to knowledge, remove barriers to tools, data, and resources that could actually spark further learning. Share success stories. Oh, I love that one. Why not highlight moments where curiosity has led to meaningful change? Let's stop hiding how important curiosity is and actually champion it with stories. And last, let's make curiosity measurable. Include it in performance reviews. Track how employees pursue learning or bring fresh thinking to the table. As leaders, we need to recognize that as we model curiosity, that it's influencing others and influencing the culture. And as we've said on this podcast before, assumption kills progress, but curiosity, it fuels it. It leads to the things I've already mentioned: clarity, innovation, and better outcomes for everybody. I remember years ago when a project was being considered, it wasn't a bad idea. It was just one that didn't seem fully formed. You know those ideas? So I was asked to come in and sort of provide some ideas and insights on this initiative. All I did was ask a lot of questions. And we found out that it was just a thought that someone had taken too far, where it was almost going to be implemented when it wasn't actually fully baked. There weren't a lot of answers to the questions that I had, which is fine a lot of the time. But in this case, it just inspired more questions. And then that conversation actually put brakes on the whole thing for it to be reconsidered later, which saved time and resources. And it actually helped that initiative be rethought to have better intent and strategy. So let's take a moment. Let's ask ourselves, where else can we build more curiosity into our work? Where have we defaulted to answers instead of questions? Be curious, even about our own curiosity. Einstein, look at this, how wordy and brainy I am. I'm going to give you a quote. He once said he had no special talent, just deep curiosity. So this week, I'm going to give you some homework. Try asking your team one curiosity-driven question. Then sit back and listen. Just listen. Could be anything, but get really curious and demonstrate it to your team. You might just be surprised what you discover and how it could move you, your team, and your culture forward. That's it. We're done. It's a mini episode of the Relationships at Work, your leadership guide to building workplace connections and avoiding blind spots. I'm Russell, always happy to spend some time with you. I hope you join us again on Tuesday, where we have another amazing guest digging into the topics that us as leaders really should be curious about. See what I did? I brought curiosity all the way to the end of the podcast. Needless to say, it is always a pleasure spending time with you, and I look forward to talking to you again. Take care.